The skies are getting crowded again, but not with airlines. They're filling up with private jets. In 2025, the private jet market is booming like never before. Deliveries are surging, waiting lists are full, and even the pre-owned jet market is on fire. But the question everyone's asking is, why now? Why, after years of turbulence, has private aviation become the ultimate symbol of freedom, safety, and status once again? Let's break it down. Just a few years ago, owning or flying on a private jet was seen as the domain of billionaires, celebrities, and world leaders. It was a luxury so rare that even the wealthy hesitated to indulge. But fast forward to 2025, and something has changed. Private jets are no longer just toys for the ultra-rich. They're fast becoming tools for business, lifestyle, and even survival in a world that's faster, busier, and more unpredictable than ever. One of the biggest drivers behind this surge is time, the most expensive currency on Earth. Commercial airports are becoming more congested. Flight delays are worse than ever, and airline routes are constantly shifting. For entrepreneurs, executives, and even upper-middle-class professionals, time lost in transit equals opportunity lost. Private jets eliminate that completely. No lines, no layovers, no waiting. You arrive when you want, where you want, on your schedule. That's not just convenience, that's power. Another major factor is freedom. After years of travel restrictions and unpredictable border controls, people realized something vital. Freedom of movement is priceless. Private aviation offers that independence. It's not about showing off anymore, it's about control. When you have your own jet, you control your route, your passengers, and your environment. And in an era where people value flexibility and security more than ever, that control is worth every dollar. But it's not just emotional or lifestyle-driven. The economics make sense, too. Private jet manufacturers like Bombardier, Gulfstream, and Dassault have all reported record-breaking order backlogs in 2025. Why? Because the new generation of jets is smarter, more efficient, and more sustainable. The technology has evolved beyond luxury. It's now about performance, fuel economy, and digital integration. Jets like the Gulfstream G700 and Bombardier Global 8000 can fly farther, faster, and cleaner than ever before. That combination is irresistible to a market that's becoming increasingly global and eco-conscious. Then there's a fascinating shift happening in ownership models. Full ownership used to be the standard. Buy a jet, hire a crew, and maintain it yourself. But now, fractional ownership and jet memberships are rewriting the rules. Companies like NetJets, FlexJet, and VistaJet have turned private flying into a subscription model. For a fixed fee, clients get guaranteed access to a fleet without the headaches of maintenance, storage, or crew management. It's the Uberization of private aviation, and it's working. Even more interesting, younger buyers are entering the market. Millennials and Gen Z entrepreneurs, crypto founders, tech CEOs, and content creators are no longer waiting until their 50s to buy their first jet. They're doing it in their 30s. The mindset has shifted from someday to now. This new generation sees private aviation not as an extravagance, but as an essential business tool. For them, it's about efficiency, privacy, and flexibility, values that define how they live and work. Let's not forget about the pandemic effect, which reshaped global travel behavior forever. When airlines shut down and airports turned chaotic, private aviation was the lifeline for people who still needed to move, safely and reliably. That memory stuck. Once someone experiences the ease of private flying, the luxury of showing up 15 minutes before departure, skipping security lines, landing closer to your destination, it's nearly impossible to go back. It's not just a service. It's a lifestyle upgrade. Another major factor behind the 2025 boom is business adaptation. Many corporations now include private aviation in their operational budgets. Why? Because global business is faster than ever. Deals are made across continents overnight, and executives can't afford to waste days on layovers. Having a jet or access to one means sealing opportunities in person, faster, more effectively, and more privately. And here's something that's often overlooked: pre-owned jets. The used market is exploding. The demand for slightly older aircraft is outpacing supply. Why? because not everyone wants to wait 2 years for a new model. Companies and individuals who need immediate access are snapping up available jets, refurbishing them with modern interiors, and getting airborne within weeks. It's a new kind of luxury flipping, buying used jets, upgrading them, and sometimes reselling for profit. Then there's the luxury factor, which can't be ignored. In 2025, private jets are no longer just planes, they're flying penthouses. Interiors now include full bedrooms, spa bathrooms, 8K entertainment systems, and AI-assisted comfort settings that adjust lighting and air quality based on mood. It's not just about travel. It's about the experience between takeoff and landing. The private jet industry has mastered the art of turning travel time into luxury time, but there's another big reason jet deliveries are climbing: global connectivity. As developing markets in Asia, the Middle East, and Africa expand their business influence, private aviation demand in those regions is skyrocketing. Wealth creation is no longer concentrated in just the US or Europe, and the new elite everywhere wants the same convenience, status, and privacy that private jets offer. Manufacturers are racing to meet that demand. Sustainability is also shaping the new jet economy. Many of the latest models are powered by sustainable aviation fuel, SAF, cutting carbon emissions by up to 80%. Manufacturers are investing billions to make private aviation greener and more responsible. For high-net-worth individuals conscious about their image and environmental impact, that matters. They want luxury, but they also want to align with the future. And with these new eco-friendly jets, they can do both. There's also a digital revolution happening inside the industry. AI flight planning, predictive maintenance, and app-based access are making private flying as easy as booking a ride-share. Imagine an app where you press one button and a jet is ready at your nearest private terminal in 90 minutes. That's no longer a dream, it's real. The barrier between convenience and luxury is dissolving, and private aviation is becoming both accessible and aspirational. Of course, with all this growth comes challenges, from pilot shortages to supply chain constraints and rising fuel costs. But even those pressures haven't slowed demand. In fact, they've reinforced the perception that owning or having access to a jet is a form of independence from the chaos of global logistics. When airlines cancel flights or lose luggage, private jet owners keep flying without interruption. That peace of mind has no price tag, and while luxury is part of the story, identity is the bigger one. Flying private has become a personal statement, a declaration of success, control, and freedom. For many, it's the ultimate life milestone. That's why we're seeing record customization requests. Clients want jets that reflect who they are, from their initials stitched into the seats to signature scents in the cabin air. In 2025, every jet tells a story, not just about wealth, but about lifestyle and ambition. So what does the future look like? Even bigger. Analysts predict the private jet industry will surpass $40 billion in annual sales by 2026. With advancements in hybrid propulsion, autonomous flight systems, and more sustainable fuels, the next generation of jets will be faster, cleaner, and smarter than anything we've seen before. The private jet economy isn't slowing down. It's ascending to new heights. At its core, this surge isn't just about money or luxury. It's about a mindset. The people driving this boom aren't just buying planes. They're buying back time, freedom, and control in a world that constantly demands more from them. And in that sense, private jets represent something deeper than status. They represent the modern definition of success. So the next time you see a jet streaking across the sky, remember, and it's not just another aircraft. It's a symbol of a new economy, one built on independence, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of efficiency. If you found this video insightful, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think private jets will become even more accessible in the next few years, or will they remain the ultimate luxury? Let me know what you think. And stay tuned for more deep dives into the world of luxury, innovation, and the future of travel.